For those that are unfamiliarized with me, I am citizen of two biggest systems in the world. One is United States of America, and the other one is European Union. You can see here Slovenian citizenship and US citizenship. And I will continue to do what I already have done over and over again. It's pretty much expose the truth about the US and so-called human rights. Anyhow, US is the country supposedly that is based on human rights. Okay, but those are human rights for non-whites, and it is, I guarantee you, genocide for you, especially if you dare to talk about real human rights, because human rights are everything but what US government brainwashes US population with. That's pretty much through equal employment opportunity offices and other state agencies, conditioning people in newspaper ads, how employers are equal employment opportunity members. People have to sign papers in advance before they're granted employment, how they're familiarized with anti-discrimination laws and so on in the US. The truth, however, is that in the United States of America, they like to talk about this human rights, freedom of expression, uh, the political opinion, religious views, and so on. The truth is, people in the United States of America don't even have the right to own sexual preferences. This is the biggest violator of human rights in the world. This is the worst dictatorship, ladies and gentlemen, in the world. This is dictatorship that is much worse than the one in North Korea. Because when you don't even have the right to own sexual preferences, that's really when things are really, really bad. Okay? In US, American people are molested by the system. And you can go to the US. I did. For me, at one point, at one time, when I arrived in 95, that was a land of opportunity. Freedom. This was in my head. You will see every American hates the system, the government, each and every one of them, and it took me so many years to figure out why. How? By the way, US government wants that. US government does not opposes to that. US government likes that option. It's the US government that is molesting, if I repeat, American population since childhood. So those, while parallel brainwashing them with human rights issues, so those relate to human rights issues but confuse their own necessities, those basic necessities that I already have spoken about, with human rights of other races, of other people, that system is using to replace them. Those human rights that American people are brainwashed with are useless for American population. The system breaks their balls already since childhood, and it goes like that all the way to adulthood, to parenthood, and so on throughout their lives. It turns them either to a dissidence, which can easily be destroyed. That's the easiest thing, the most controllable thing there is out there, is to become anarchist, a dissident, open dissident. Or it turns them into what I have stated, because people don't even dare. If you Google, you're gonna see questions if white genocide is real. But I'm just trying, let me just suggest you how you find out if it's real. Exercise that First Amendment, that this constitutional amendment, the right to free speech covered in First Amendment, and you will see if it's real. Okay? So people are given free telephone numbers. There is a variety of government agencies throughout the US where people can complain. Call 1-800 Walmart or Kmart, or for that matter, any other big corporation, company, employer, whatever. They all employers, they have their internal human rights agencies, and of course they all claim how it's in the name of the human rights, anti-discrimination, and so on and so on. And you will see that never ever, whatever you will complain about, you will ever benefit from. You can complain and complain, and that is the idea, is for you to complain and complain about whatever you want, and of course never anything is going to happen for you on your behalf unless you're part of that pro-Zionist, pro-white genocide theme. Those people actually in the US are favorite. They do have special access to this human rights, pro-human rights agencies and other rights that ordinary US citizens like myself do not have. Okay, now especially if you do exercise that, the right, which should have been the right to free speech, excuse me, you go homeless for the rest of your life. This is my 11th year that I am jobless, without the right ever to access any kind of government assistance. Human rights agencies rather were used to create me many problems. Okay, it was a waste of time, I would say, just like jobs, necessary evil to apply with. 30,000 job applications were declined and so on 2 continents. More than, I don't know, 7 options which I filed political asylum for protection with different states, in 6 different states, were declined. The whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, really is a joke. Yeah, and today is May 11 of 2017. I'm in Belarus now. Seriously, tomorrow I have an appointment with Belarus immigration. Belarus is not a European Union member state. It's a white state, and might even have chance to stay here. Regarding the European Union, that's just a union. That's just a territory that is controlled by United States of America, I should say, corrupt European Union politicians who benefit, they have their own interests involved from such partnership with the US, and laws, special laws that cover them from liabilities when they perform white genocide against native white European population. If you're a European Union citizen, European Union citizen, do not have the right to file for that basic protection to stay alive in another white country on the territory of, obviously, all the countries in the European Union are white. You do not have that right to file for political asylum in another European Union member state against your state, against your European Union member state. Okay, they just cover one another. This is the law. And believe me, it's all done on behalf of the US. And the US is controlled by the Zionist elite that acts in the best interest of Israel. So Israel is not such a small deal that people think, it's a small deal. It's not. Israel controls US and entire European Union territory. There are only two countries, ladies and gentlemen, in this world that are not controlled by Israel, by the Zionists, and those are Russia and Belarus. Everything else is subdued, is controlled by Zionist elite. Don't even think about going to Ukraine. I did. Ukraine is divided thanks to corrupt Ukrainian politicians. Those are the politicians, and you can research that on your own, that again benefit from this type of conflict between Ukraine and Russia. They have companies and so on, and they earn very well from this conflict. Contracts are given. And in return, Ukrainian population is totally subdued into lowest ranking salary pay within Europe, actually in the world. This is the country with the lowest, with average, on average, lowest paid pay. About 200, something over 200 euros per month is what people earn in Ukraine. If this would be, if it would be really in European Union interest to help Ukrainian people, or US interest to Ukraine, best interest to help Ukrainian people, this never ever would have been the case. But, from this conflict that these politicians have created, US have special privileges. They control entire territory, and nobody can go really out there and exercise that protection, that basic protection, free speech against the US, obviously. They sell arms, they pretty much do on that territory. They control the territory. It's very cheap for them, it's very convenient for them, and they can use one. They can pretty much use one to expand conflict into, let's say, unbearable heights, as long as Ukrainian people will be willing to comply with this type of politics that Ukrainian politicians are implementing against them. And regarding Ukraine, I'm just gonna say it's something I just can't get over it without mentioning it. Okay, when applying for political asylum in Ukraine, I did go to the police station and so on and so on. I was on the side approached by an individual who have paid me visitations to Miami. It's just probably, I would say, Ukrainian individual who profits from the conflict, just like President Poroshenko does, and who have called me a rat, a spy, and it's the word that have followed me afterwards on the streets wherever I went. It's just I just want to say that calling somebody such name because he struggles for his survival, to stay alive, is very, very low. Is very, very low. I gotta tell you that, I don't know how long, your people, your young people will be willing to go on a war field and die, for you, billionaire Poroshenko. You are a billionaire, you have a chain of stores, and you profit from such conflict through the contracts that are given to you by the US. I don't know how long they're going to take that from you, how long they're going to be willing to go out there and die, get crippled for you. I definitely, however, will not take any of that. Okay, I hope Ukrainian people are going to wake up and sit at the same table with the Russians, with their neighbor, with people whom, by the way, they are related to, and, you know, just straighten up that conflict with one another at like a friends, like a brothers at the same table. US is not even a neighbor. US truly profits from such conflict. You know, it's actually us, white people in the US, who care about you, Ukrainian people. Without us in the US, you would be left to China or some other country. This, in continuation, what you're about to hear now, have had happened to me when in US during 2008, 2009, on so many occasions that I have actually anticipated it will happen again that very same evening with my roommate. Now you're talking about a roommate who was extremely abusive, have suggested me all kinds of mental issues, have broken in my room frequently, have stolen the money from me, as you're about to see on the document, and have even life-threatened me if not leaving United States of America in the name of United States of America. We don't want you here anymore. You know, what that's supposed to mean, to tell US citizen that we don't want you here anymore, and so on. But this is the stuff that have happened to me on so many occasions in 2008, 2009, and not only with English-speaking people. That's really interesting because they have used even other nationalities that would approach me and talk to me indirectly. So told to leave United States. We don't want you anymore in US. Go home. Even by people who have spoken Bosnian language, which basically is a Serbo-Croat language when working at Target in Minnesota. I'm just giving you an example, but there were so many other examples occasions when I was told that I'm no longer wanted in the US. We don't want you here. Go home, and so on. Abuse was so severe. That I actually have anticipated is going to happen that very same evening. And that's how I have my audio recorded on. And I have recorded my roommate, that much to you. And I'm talking about UN representative here in Belarus who have actually dared the other day to suggest me that that does not mean anything if you record a roommate telling you the stuff that we don't want you here anymore, go home or we will kill you. I mean, that does not, of course, that does not mean anything, And when I told her that this is something that I was taught on so many occasions, that I have actually anticipated is going to happen again, she said, that does not mean anything. And I told her, yeah, it does mean a lot when you don't have the right to even rent according to your own preferences, when you have money in your pocket and you are not only denied government assistance, financial assistance, or assistance of any kind, housing for low-income people, which I have applied for and so on, but instead you're compelled with this kind of people, of which some were even involved in abductions, overseas abductions that took place in year 1998. Now I'm referring to other group of people I was with in Bellingham. I mean, that does not mean absolutely anything. It does not mean anything when your landlords within 18 months managed to steal from you over $1,200 in, if you like, safety deposits. Does not mean anything when they violate contracts. When you are compelled basically to rent a room to another individual, which is again the state chosen individual that is going to move into your room, that is familiarized with you, that have met you previously on other locations like in Miami and so on. That does not mean absolutely anything, really. When you're taught and abused by people like this, when they steal your money, when they damage the property, when they abuse you, that does not mean anything. To the UN, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like that does not mean anything. But you know what? It means to me a lot. Tomorrow I have an appointment with Belarus authorities, with Belarus immigration, for which also I was suggested how I should I should only list few violations. Well, the fact is that I already have written about 43 different kinds of violations that are extremely severe violations that I will use tomorrow to present to this Belarus immigration here, because it's funny that Belarus state is using UN to represent their views. I find that quite unbelievable. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I'm not going to comply with any ideas like this that I'm going to be quiet about what have taken place against me. Quite the opposite. I'm going to stress as many issues as I can. You know why? Because it's 10 million of other issues that you are able to read on my blogs and see in the videos that I'm not going to even have time to talk about. But I am going to post the issues that I will complain about tomorrow also on my news site and so on, and you will see yourself if those are serious issues enough to consider them, because I think those are actually issues serious enough for me to take entire European Union down, and United States of America for that matter, to reveal truly what United States of America is. And of course United Nations, because none of this, ladies and gentlemen, would have been possible or would have happened without the help of United Nations.
She actually broke into the room, and I'm forced to put this lock back. She threatened me tonight, life threatened, with hopes that somebody would assassinate me. It's a pretty crazy deal. Rachel, I don't feel safe with you.
I don't feel safe with you.
I really do not.
I'll just take it off.
This what you did is illegal.
It's
I called police officers for this.
Yeah.
You know where you would be right now?
You know where you would be right now? No, it's not illegal. It's illegal for you to hinder me looking for a person to move anywhere. You know, all I have to do is call Apex tomorrow and you're out of here. You know what? I'll just take it right back off. Where are my doorknobs?
Hey, you're breaking inside of my room.
Where's my doorknobs? Give me my fucking doorknobs.
And let me have my...
Oh, yours?
This is yours?
Yes, that
Take
is
that.
what is supposed to be in the apartment.
Take this, please. Take this, please.
Where's the other part?
Rachel, you're inside of my room.
You're inside of my fucking apartment.
Okay.
You're in
please.
my apartment.
Please don't make a problem.
You are
Please.
in my apartment. My apartment.
Please don't make
I
a problem.
allowed you to live here.
Okay. You told the police officers yesterday what?
I'm scared for my life.
Okay, so please leave the room. Leave the room, please.
They told me to call Apex.
You don't have the right to come inside.
You don't have the right to live here if I don't want you to live here.
Rachel, please.
Apex doesn't want you here.
Okay. I don't want you in this room. Right
I don't want you in my apartment.
now. Don't make this hard, please.
You're not making it hard. How am I supposed to show the room to people if you have a lock on the fucking door?
I'm gonna leave the door open for you so you can show the people if you want later.
You better fucking do it.
No, I will do it because you broke into my room.
I did not break
Okay?
into
You
your
took
room.
my lock.
No, my lock.
That's my lock.
No, that was on the door when you moved in. My lock.
That is not. They're not that one, Rachel.
Yes,
No,
my lock.
This one it was. That's one more thing. The one that I'm just installing back right now. That's the one.
You're so full of shit, Sebastian. You are so full of fucking shit. You are a piece of shit. I hope you know that. Go back to wherever the fuck you came from. We don't want you in the United States.
Who is that we?
Everybody.
Who is that we?
Obviously, every single place that you try to get a job that denies you, they don't want you here.
And what is this good to you? What do you have out of that?
See, you make no sense at all.
No, you're saying we don't want you here.
The United States.
Like what?
I'm
what,
speaking for
what,
me and my country.
Are you? Where are you, Richard? Are you a state employee? Or what are you?
I am a citizen of the United States of America. I was
so what?
born and
I'm a
raised here.
citizen too,
You shouldn't
just
be.
like you are.
You shouldn't be.
I'm not saying that I
hate your
should be.
guts.
I'm not saying that I should
And
be.
you know I'm going down and getting a restraining order against you tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine.
And you'll be kicked out of here tomorrow then too.
Okay, that's fine.
You really don't care.
No, I'm just asking you to please, leave me alone.
I asked
Until-
you to leave me alone too. I told you to get
Until
out of
the
my
first.
apartment.
And so I can leave. So you go on.
And you better get this place cleaned up so it looks presentable.
Oh, the place is like this because what you did the other day, huh?
Because
I
I
lost
came
the
in
days
here.
because of you, huh?
Because I came in here and trashed the place.
No, it was because I moved things back to my car.
I'm calling Apex tomorrow.
Okay.
Do you want to tell them?
Okay.
Telling them that some creep moved in, told me he would be approved, told me he was approved to move in. Found out
Yeah.
he wasn't.
Okay. And you took the money and what?
You know, I didn't ask you for the $100 you gave it to me.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the rent.
You
So-
stayed here.
I'm not saying, Rachel, I don't even have a problem. Hey, look, I don't have any problem.
I have a problem.
I know.
You lie about everything.
I don't lie at
You do
all.
lie.
I never lie.
Oh, bullshit.
Oh, okay, I lie sometimes. Everybody lies.
Did you
Everybody
lie about
lies.
meeting my parents?
No, I didn't lie that.
So you're saying you met them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I can call my parents and have them come over tomorrow and meet you.
No,
and they're
I,
gonna say that they met you.
I
No, because
eventually
they're
will
gonna
not.
say they're gonna say that they never met you. They don't know who the fuck you
I
are.
eventually, Rachel, I'm waiting for the first to get out of here.
Why don't you get out
And
before that?
really don't want to have nothing not to do with you and not with your parents.
I'm gonna get my
I just
parents
want to
over here.
have
I'm gonna
peace,
get my
and
parents
that's
over
all
here.
there is to it.
I'm gonna get my parents over here. They're gonna tell me. They're gonna tell you that they never met you in their fucking lives.
You can do whatever you want to do, whatever you're pleased to do.
I will, and it'll prove that you are a
I
fucking
don't
liar.
repeat myself. I mean, I told you once and that's it.
You lied to me.
I didn't lie to you.
You told me you met my parents.
I did met them.
You never met my parents.
Okay, I didn't met them.
See,
If you
just
say so.
admitted you lied.
If you say so.
You never did. My parents
Okay.
never met you in California. My dad's never been in Job Corps. My dad hasn't been a truck driver since I was 2 years old. You weren't even in this country when he was driving trucks. My dad owns a hay business out in Linden,
Okay.
and he has been working there since before I can even remember he has owned that business.
Okay, Rachel.
I hate you so much. Why
I
don't you
just don't
get
know
out?
why.
Because
I don't know
you
why.
lie.
I
Because
don't know what I
you're
did to you.
psychotic. Because you're crazy. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if you're still a virgin. Because you're so weird that no girl would ever hook up with you.
I think that, well, you on the other hand,
What?
oh,
What? On
I'd
the
rather
other
not
hand?
even to say.
What? Tell me.
No, no, no.
Tell me now. Or I'm calling the cops and saying that you tried to rape me. Tell me what you're gonna say now.
No.
Tell me.
I'm not gonna say.
What? Because I have friends that are guys?
No, no. What? Like what? I don't. Anything bad about you. No, wives, no. You can have whatever you want, friends. It's quite the opposite that I think.
What? What's the opposite that you think?
Whatever.
No, tell me.
No.
Tell me.
Why should I?
Tell me.
Oh. Now you're smoking in my room.
My apartment. Don't touch it.
I'll pick it up for you.
This is not your home, Sebastian.
I know.
You are not on the lease.
I know. And I'm not welcome here. And once I'm not
and
welcome
why
here,
would you want to
it's
stay here if you're not welcome?
just because I have to wait for some mail.
Oh, you can pick up your mail some other time. I'll leave your mail in
It's
the
so
mailbox.
very much important. It's so very much important. But I frankly think about you is that you don't even have a boyfriend. This is what I think
And who's
about
the guy
you.
sleeping in my
And you
bedroom?
can have 50 guys here.
Who's the guy sleeping in my room?
I have no clue. Whatever. This is just my opinion. I have the right to have my opinion, no?
You don't think I
No.
have a boyfriend? What do you think Dax is?
Okay. Whatever. You said I'm a virgin, right?
I said I wouldn't doubt that you are.
Okay. What now?
I dropped on this screen. You better keep this door unlocked.
No, but night when I sleep. Fuck that.
What,
I
you
better
think I'm
be
gonna
safe.
come in and do something to you?
Fuck, it's better to be safe with you. To be honest. I mean, things you said before.
That I hate you?
I mean, yeah, but what? That somebody, that you would what? Does you want to see that somebody assassinates me? Like, what would you want to have? What would you have out of that?
I
What
never
would you
said
have out of that?
See, now you're twisting what I'm
You
trying to
didn't say that?
I did not say that.
You didn't say that.
No, I did not say that.
I
You're a
mean,
strange
Rachel,
looker.
come on.
You are like the craziest motherfucker in the history of the United States. the history of the world, I've never met somebody as fucked up as you. And I have friends that have schizophrenia, multiple personality disorders, that have like severe psychological problems, and you're the craziest out of all of them.
Okay.
Why don't you take your medication?
Can you please leave me now and go sleep?
This is my home. I can do what the fuck I want to. This is
No,
my
exactly. I would like to get some sleep now, please.
home. Okay, go sleep on the floor. Have fun.
I am gonna sleep on the floor.
Have fun. I'm gonna go sleep in a big comfy bed with my boyfriend.
Yeah, with your
Yeah,
boyfriend.
yeah.
With your boyfriend.
Yeah. The guy who loves me. He cares about me.
That's a good thing. And you know what? Sincerely, I wish that you do find person that, what?
I already have a person.
Good.
You don't need to tell me to go find somebody because I already have somebody.
Yeah.
You're the one who has nobody when you're 37. Shouldn't you be married and have a family and a house by now and a career?
Isn't that my issue, not yours?
So I'm just asking, shouldn't you?
No, but isn't that maybe my issue,
Yeah,
not
but
yours?
most people have a family, have a
Okay.
wife, have a house at your age. You have nothing. You don't have
Okay.
a job. You're going to be homeless by the first of the month.
Okay.
You got nothing.
And this is gonna do to you what?
This just makes me feel good about myself that I have my life put together and you don't.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye, go.